Method. We hear it a lot. Heard it this morning. Challenges and possibilities. The challenge, and this is from Brian McLaren, and I want you to hear this because I believe he's hit on something. In his book, Church on the Other Side, what we've been told, by the way, is that what we don't change the message, we just change our methods or adapt our methods. Listen to what McLaren says. We must realize how medium and message are intertwined. When we change the medium, the message that is received is changed. Now keep this in the context of what McLaren wants. McLaren wants the church to change. McLaren wants our method to change. He wants our message to change. McLaren wants us to be a church that is universal. McLaren wants us to be a church that can accept Muslims and Buddhists and everyone else, and everyone's in the kingdom of God. McLaren wants us to be a church that can embrace homosexuality and all sorts of other things, because McLaren wants us to be a church that is sensitive to cultural needs. What's the possibility? The possibility is very simple. Let's be the church. We need to be different from the world. I got saved when I was almost 15 years old. I hated church, despised it. Didn't like the songs. Victory in Jesus bored me. Snorting, shouting preachers made me mad. Didn't want to be there. I was in one of the, my parents weren't even saved, but I was still like Brother Joyner. I either got to church or took a beating and then went to church. I didn't like it. After my parents' divorce, I quit going. Folks in Baxley Church of God came to see me. I didn't want to see them. Gary Tomberlin, my cousin, came to my house every Thursday night. I saw his car drive up. I went to the back room. Daddy had to come drag me out so I'd let Gary give his spiel on why I needed to be in church. Didn't want to be there. I can't tell you why I ended up in a Baptist church on a Saturday night, but I ended up there and heard a Baptist preacher preach about the crucifixion of Jesus and gave my heart to Jesus. And something happened, Brother Garner, David. I fell in love with church. Wow. Ever since I've been going to church, it wasn't the church that changed. The next Sunday, the Baxley Church of God was still singing out of the Remembering Calvary convention books. They were still singing those songs. Brother Langdon was still snorting and shouting when he preached. It wasn't the church that changed. It was the Jesus changed my heart. The possibility is to be the church. Our methods must be faithful to the message. Listen to me, and I'm talking as a pastor. I want my children to love Jesus. I want my county to love Jesus. But you don't design worship services to make them comfortable for sinners. Worship services are designed to give glory and honor to God. And we should be uncomfortable in the presence of God. Evangelism, the brother has already said it. Evangelism is what we do outside the church. Inside the church is what we do to worship and glorify God and disciple believers. I'm about to mess you up. Preaching is not what should go on inside the church. Preaching is what should go on outside the church. Preaching captures the heart. Teaching is what should go on inside the church. It captures the mind. And teaching is how we disciple people.